Okay. Ready? 5, 4, 3.
Law presents
Marvel vs. DC, motherfuckers! Mary Jane vs. Lois Lane, motherfuckers! Iron Man vs. Bruce Wayne, motherfuckers! Man, they got more movies than a motherfucker!
it's the Marvel vs. DC podcast.
Hello and welcome to the Marvel vs. DC podcast. I'm your host, Patrick Smith. Please remember to follow us on Instagram, Gmail, and all that shit. But we got a lot to get to this week. Lots of Black Panther news, lots of Black Widow news. So let's meet our team. Tonight with us, we got our first, well, this is your first time, isn't it, Lou?
It is.
Making his debut, it's Lou Murray. Introduce yourself, my brother.
Thank you, sir. I'm Lou Murray. That's all I've got, really.
Made us introduce ourselves.
You happy to be here? Do you like the show?
I do. I'm a fan. Already
Are
a
you
fan.
going to bring the pain?
I think I could knock the champion off his seat
Oh.
if things go to plan.
Who do you consider the champion?
Isn't Pete winning? Haven't you won most shows?
Does Pete have more wins? I think.
Well,
Pete
actually, it's
Pete
not
has
at
two
the
wins.
moment.
I have 2 consecutive wins, which
Ooh.
I consider
Oh.
better.
Okay.
So wait, is it even Stevens between
It's
you?
even
Yeah.
Stevens.
Okay, so
Ah,
today's
okay.
kind of the decider for now, isn't it? Okay. Lou, if you can bring the pain and beat them all, you know,
I'll-
do it, baby.
I'll try.
I'm not even fighting this round, so it doesn't even count.
Yeah.
Also next to him on the couch, one of our reigning champions, Pietro Maximoff. How are you, sir?
I'm very good, although people are threatening me with pain, so this is not a good day for me.
Yeah, but I mean that's a compliment when you think about it, pal.
Is it?
Yeah. If motherfuckers want to bring you pain, it's like Rocky 3. Remember, Mr. T wanted to bring him pain for a reason, because he was
the best.
painful.
yeah, and his acting was painful as well.
Yes, that was pretty true.
Yeah.
Opposite him on the couch, Jack Robson. How are you doing, sir?
I'm just full of warfare for today.
Really?
Yeah, bringing
That's
this.
gonna be
Okay.
fired.
I am Mayfarm incarnate.
See, but I don't know. I don't know if we need more warfare for Jack. I mean, you bring a lot of warfare as it is.
This is, well, you've seen me in the other ones, right?
I
This
have.
is gonna be like, that's gonna be a playground skirmish compared to this motherfucking.
Last round
this
was a fucking
damage.
choir boy compared to now. A choir boy.
I've been warming up.
I mean, I'm all for it, but Nat, I mean, you know, you got to be the one that controls them. Natalie Round, how you doing,
My
man?
handler is here.
I'm doing good.
Mhm.
Got a biscuit, so.
Nat's going to be doing the fact checking for us today with hardly any internet, so you got to give her props. She's a human fact checker today. Thank you, Natalie.
No problem.
No doubt.
Using
So,
your brain.
can I just ask Nat, who are your predictions for winter night?
Oh, we're doing predictions now?
Well,
I like
we can.
predictions.
Remember who you live with.
Yeah, but I also remember who's a total asshat, so.
Oh.
Shots fired.
Bang.
I go Pete. I think Pete's gonna win.
I think Pete.
Oh, what?
Ooh.
I think Lou has got an
your
incredibly
bets,
strong
kids.
chance of like being the scrappy underdog, but
Oh,
Jack's gonna lose.
Oh.
Just-
This because of my chaotic style and approach to the game.
No, it's because you're a dick.
Yeah.
I've just thought, actually, Nat's not competing today, so we won't be able to see who's going to take that tiebreaker between you.
Yeah.
But if he does bring the pain, that means you gotta
Also,
bring
Me and
it
Jack
more.
got told off for swearing on this, by the way, so apparently.
By who?
By my
Mum.
mother. She watches. She's a fan.
Oh, well, thank you
But
very
she
much for
doesn't-
watching, Miss Robson. We
she's
will
n-
try and watch the language, but you know,
she's glad hell, but
It's not a Robson.
no,
oh.
she's
Mrs. Glengarry, we will watch
She's-
the. What
Glad
is it?
Hill.
Glengarry Glen Ross.
Glen Hill.
I've got a fun story that I promised her I was gonna get on.
Oh, okay.
When I told her I was doing a Marvel vs DC podcast, she's never read the comic book in her life, even though she's a fan.
Yeah.
She's just doing it to support us because she's nice like that.
Nice.
But she went, she thought it was marbles, and she thought for a full day that we were going on a podcast to discuss the finer points of marbles, and that I was a pretty good, like we were good
Like a
people to
sportsman.
ask in this area.
Marbles
So
are
yeah,
pretty
that
cool.
one's for you, Mum.
The blackjack of the 14-year-old. Marbles. I used to win a lot of money on marbles. I'll tell you that much. No doubt.
Wait,
Yeah.
wait a second, you know how to play marbles?
Yeah,
play
man.
marbles.
You don't know how to play. Did you
Maybe
not
we
grow up in
should start
Compton?
a
It's the
play.
actual rules.
I just-
like.
I just
Yeah,
liked it
do
because they
think
were
it,
shiny.
Like,
actual
throwing
rules.
balls.
Yeah, there's rules. I can't remember them now, but I mean that's after like years of drug abuse and stuff. So I mean, but like back when I was 14, I
heavy
rocketed
kid.
the marbles, man.
Wow.
I was good at. Should we play some marbles next time?
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
Let's do a Marvel podcast.
The Marble versus
Conkers.
Conkers podcast. Yes, Conkers was sick too. Right, okay. All right, all of this we've
Nail polish
introduced.
and that shit.
Let us get to it. First round, our headlines from the Bugle and Planet.
Headlines from the Bugle and Planet. Ah!
Okay, first. Always. Right. Okay, so first headline this week was, I suppose, a bit of a biggie. Simon Kinberg, who's the X-Men writer, pretty much the Fox writer, he runs all of that shit.
The dude.
He confirmed that the next X-Men film was going to also jump a decade, like the last few, go straight to the 90s. What do we think about this?
Well, 90s X-Men is sick. So
Yeah, 90s X-Men was probably my favourite period of X-Men.
Animated series, X-Men.
Plus,
the best.
plus with the Gambit film coming out, there's a possibility that we
Is
can
that
get like
still
the whole
happening?
lineup.
It is still happening. In
True,
fact,
yeah.
Simon
I know.
Kinberg kind of, I don't know why he did this, but in an interview the other day, he pretty much told everyone that Gambit's going to be in an extra scene or spoken about in an extra scene at the end of Apocalypse.
Oh.
Like the start and
I
after
don't care
credit
what
sequences of
President
Fox
Kimball's
now.
done.
You what?
I don't know. The Gambit film does seem a bit cursed. And to be honest, is there that much demand for it? We haven't seen this Gambit in any other films.
I don't think
That's
there's
true.
demand for Channing Tatum as Gambit.
I just, you know what?
I like your nonchalant way of doing that.
I don't
by
know.
the way.
As if she's never really practiced that before. Natalie is like,
Yeah.
if you honestly skip through the episode, it would just be her going.
Yeah.
In fact, we'll have links in the description of the specific
Of the
pose changes.
yes,
For
the
you
yoga,
fetishists
the
out
yoga
there.
poses that
can
Nat
we
is
not?
doing.
Can we not egg on the internet fetishes, please?
It's just boss that
God.
simultaneously we have a yoga show within
Rule
this
34
podcast.
I
Marvel
know.
vs.
Fantastic.
DC podcast.
You get.
Hey, man, follow whatever Nat's doing with beer in hand.
No, I don't want to go online and find fan fiction about myself.
There already
No.
is.
We're not there yet, Nat. so-
Yeah.
But yes, so
I
I mean,
wrote
see, I've got to be honest. Like, I'm a little biased on this because the X-Men films, they don't hit me as hard as the others. When the timeline changed, I think First Class is a sick movie because I think that stands on its own. I like Days of Future Past, but there's still that part of me in the back of my head that's always like, yeah, but this just doesn't compare to a lot of other comic book movies nowadays.
I agree with that, yeah.
But nothing compares to you.
True.
I thought
1992.
I thought Days of
Didn't even
Future
have to
Past
work
was
hard.
really good. I enjoyed it. But like you say, I'm not like I've seen it now. It hasn't got the rewatchability that the other ones do. I personally think
They don't
Like,
really
I
have
could-
like the emotional punch of
Yeah.
others, do they?
I could watch like Guardians of the Galaxy again and again and again and again forever. But I don't know, X-Men.
That's a
Oh,
good point, actually,
yeah.
because I've only seen Days of Future Past twice, I think, at this point in my life. I've
Yeah.
seen Guardians maybe like 5.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
I've seen it more than 5.
Saws.
In the double digits.
I'm
man.
well cooler.
Well,
I don't know. I disagree. I have seen Days of Future Past multiple times.
yeah.
I really like.
You've seen it twice.
I've seen it multiple times. You know when you're asleep and I'm watching.
Mm.
You're like, do you stay up till 6 in the morning? Yeah, I was watching Days of Future Past again. That and Attack the Block back to back. I do
Wow.
love them.
It's a
It's cheesy,
good
but
double
I
prizer.
fucking love. I love those films. I don't know, but I'm not a film guy like you, so maybe I'm wrong.
Well, are you excited that not only there's another X-Men film coming, but are you just excited at what they can play with the 90s? Because let's be honest, they did well at playing with the 70s in Days of Future Past. It was the 70s, wasn't
yeah,
it?
yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Right, they did well at playing with those, like that first scene where
60s,
Wolverine like walks out of the apartment that he wakes up in, and then we're just like engulfed in a 70s street with like
Yeah.
fucking like all the swagger around
I've
and
had a
disco.
spillage.
It looked like pretty. It worked. So if they can do that, if they've got like kids like jamming to Beastie Boys and stuff, then I'm game. But
Yeah.
like it depends on
Yeah.
what
Will
references
Jubilee
they're
be
gonna
in it?
use. You what?
Jubilee's in the new one.
Is Jubilee in it?
Is she?
She's
Cool.
only in it for like a scene, but she's in it.
Oh,
good.
That's
And
cool.
so is Dazzler.
Oh, nice. Well, I
Played
mean,
by Taylor Swift.
you know, one thing X-Men's always had is a host of
Please tell
fucking
me you're joking.
characters.
Nope.
Like they can bring in a bunch.
If you think about it, it's actually quite a good casting choice for it because Dazzler is pretty much Taylor Swift.
Oh dear.
Yeah, but is she gonna do the song for the movie?
Who gives a fuck?
She's probably
that
gonna
would be
do
bad.
a
As long as
Dazzler
it's not
song for the
Pitbull.
film. She's probably just gonna do a Dazzler song, which wouldn't be bad.
Please tell me there's going to be a scene in Apocalypse where raging at the fight, running towards them, and then all of a sudden, Bad Blood just starts playing.
Cause the haters gonna hate
Shit. An apocalypse gonna fuck shit.
I'm just gonna dazzle.
Stop. Can we stop the Taylor Swift moment of this
Yeah,
podcast
yes,
now,
that's
guys?
true.
Stop it right now.
Taylor's had her day. But yeah, well, okay, so are we cheery or weary about X-Men going to the 90s? What do you think, Lou?
I'll give it a cheery.
Cheery?
I think they can't do worse than X-Men 3 or Origins.
Especially Orange.
Especially
Yeah,
Origins.
exactly. I think it's with the, as I say, since the reboot, like half reboot, not reboot thing that they did,
Yeah.
the films have been good. Like the watchable movies,
Yeah.
they are good films. So I think there's no reason why that shouldn't continue.
Sweet. Okay, we got a cheery. Pietro, you second that or are you weary?
I'm cheery for the most part because I
Ooh.
do want to see the 90s lineup of X-Men, but the only thing I'm worrying about is who they could get to be villain. Because like after you go after Apocalypse, the supposed ultimate mutant,
Yeah.
it's kind of like, oh yeah, the next film's gonna be a
Yeah.
bit underwhelming then.
Mm-hmm.
Blew a big load
Yeah.
once
Yeah.
they've done that, isn't it? Like,
Yeah. Like the next one you could go for is Mr. Sinister because he was created by Apocalypse.
Yeah.
So
yeah, but he's Apocalypse's bitch in some of the comics, isn't he? It's like,
yeah, true. And plus his name is Mr. Sinister, so
Yes.
Oh, I'm Mr. Sinister.
me, Cyclops.
So
be honest-
we got two cheeries. We got two cheeries thus far then.
Yeah,
pretty much.
yeah.
Okay, sweet. Jack, are you gonna
Cheery,
fade that?
cheery,
Woo!
cheery, cheery.
Might be getting a Cheerios all around.
Because Na-la-la-la-la,
Do you
na-la-la-la-la.
think there's any possibility
Nah,
they'll
nah.
actually use that track?
I
in
fucking
the-
have to. A Taylor Swift version of that.
What? You can't do a Taylor Swift version of
I
that.
could.
Well,
No, I couldn't.
I'd like
no,
to see it.
Pete's like looking up
I'm
into the
trying to
distance.
think
Like,
of parody right now.
No, yeah, it's a parody. I really don't want a Taylor Swift version of that song. That's my disclaimer.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, no, they should definitely reuse that because that's one of the greatest parts of the entire.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That
it's the
song
theme, yeah.
is
Yeah,
X-Men to me.
What if they
Yeah.
got Britney to do it, and then she
No, they're
opens
not
it with
gonna get
"It's X-Men, bitch."
someone cool. Get someone cool who can actually
Ariana
play.
Grande.
Ariana Grande, yeah.
No, there's no.
Do you
there's
think
no
she's
words
always gonna
on
look
it.
14?
It's a.
Am I always
Forget
gonna
about-
feel weird when I spank it to Ariana Grande? Because I think she's always just gonna look 14.
yeah, please.
I know she's of age, but if you look
That's a
underage,
fetish,
is that
you know?
bad?
For the fetishists out there.
Yeah, sorry to like go on a little tangent here, but this matters. 'Cause she could end up
This
being
is
in the
important.
MCU. Who knows?
Yeah.
But,
As
yeah.
what?
Is it strange? Are we cheery or weary on me jacking off to Ariana Grande?
Cheery.
All right, Cheerios all round.
Always
Sure.
cheery when jacking off concerned.
Okay, sorry, Jack. Go on.
No, I'm cheery. Yeah, fuck it. That song's the X-Men. The 90s is X-Men. That's the X-Men I know.
Sweet.
It's the X-Men I love.
Okay.
Sweet.
Natalie,
Cheery.
what do you think? Cheery or weary?
I'm so tempted
What
to
are you
say
doing with
weary,
that?
Just I don't
Oh,
know,
you want to
use
break
it
the
off.
mold?
Hands-free device.
Yeah.
It's a bike.
Um,
Mike.
I'm gonna say cheery because
Ah,
who doesn't love the 90s? Come on, who
We all
doesn't
grew up
want to
in
see
the
fucking
90s.
like Cyclops walking around in a pair of like Jinkos and shit?
yeah.
Because I definitely do.
And his red shades.
I am not gonna break the mold. I'm cheery too because let's be honest, we're all from the 90s, so this
Yeah.
may very well be like the first X-Men film that is just completely for us, like with everything.
Yeah, yeah.
So I'm game for that. Cheerios all round. Well done, gang. Okay, let's move on to our next headline this week then. We found out that Ben Affleck is now not only executive producing Justice League, but he's going to be overseeing every stage. We're talking pre-production, production, and post. He's going to be overseeing all of them.
He's doing the catering
And
as
he
well.
do a good quiche.
What do we think of this, beginning with Nat?
Yeah, like just let Ben Affleck do it all. Cause
You think he can handle it?
yeah, if there's one thing he loves, and it's Batman. He fucking adores everything about Batman. So
Yes. I
The
think he
m-
might
the
love
more you
Batman
can
more than
get-
hookers.
the more you can get Zack Snyder and the company out of it to make a film that everyone actually wants, the better.
Yes,
Mm.
I agree. No doubt. Well, what about you, Jack? What do you think?
I love the fact that Crimson Chin's just going to be watching over everything. It's, oh, man.
Dude, they should
He's
totally
just-
cast him as
he's
the Crimson
got
Chin.
I don't even care about what he's doing. I
His-
just want to talk about his chin.
His
Can
chin,
we?
His chin rivals Bruce Campbell.
Yeah. No, I mean,
Indeed.
hell, if the jawline makes Bruce Wayne, he is Bruce Wayne.
Why didn't Bruce Campbell ever play a superhero, man?
But, I mean, one thing I'm worried about it is
Didn't he?
he going to be too far? Sorry, guys.
No, go on.
Go
Go,
on.
Karen.
I can cut me. No, is it going to go too far where he's just like, I am DC,
Maybe.
and he turns into some kind of Akira-like figure?
Mhm.
I
I think a lot of people are just kind of happy because let's be honest, like of the
Pretty cool.
fans,
The fucking Swamp Thing.
Yeah. Ooh, Ben Affleck cast himself as Swamp Thing.
Ooh.
Swamp Thing. But
Fun,
we all want
what if he
Swamp
just
Thing at
takes
some
over
point.
all
Yeah,
roles
he's
in DC?
everyone. He's Shazam. He's
Honestly, I think this is a good play in
Jon
regards to the fact
Favreau.
that like a lot of the DCEU fans who are still in this are, they're skeptical of Zack Snyder. So I think to know that someone who, let's be honest, Batman was probably the best thing about that film.
Yeah.
So when you're saying basically, yeah, that guy who aced it is going to be keeping an eye on it all, I think that is going to get people a bit more amped up for the film, and they need something.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I mean, I see what you mean there. Like I dig it. How about you, Pietro? What are you thinking?
I'm thinking Warner Brothers are shit scared of Justice League now. They're just throwing everything just to say, trust us, we're done. We're gonna do good this time.
Yeah.
No more fucking Shank Batman.
To be
It's
honest,
all
I mean,
good.
their stock price is.
They're
I
the
mean,
Batman.
if Justice League either fails or they can't cancel it, like I didn't even realize this until recently. If they cancels the properties that the Justice League is starting, their stock price would go under, and they would have
Yeah.
to be bought over by someone else. Like,
Marvel.
So, so that's the thing. Like, Justice League is not only whether DC is going to succeed or fail. This is whether Warner Brothers is going to succeed or fail. Like, this is going to change everything. Like, so I
Shit.
think they need to pull whatever they can out of their ass. And if Ben Affleck is that, then,
Yeah.
Bob's your teapot. What do you think, Lou?
I kind of like the fact that it's one person with a vision looking over it, because he could just be what he could do what Kevin Feige's done for Marvel, and just direct it and know where have this great idea and this scheme where he wants things to go.
Yeah.
Which and I personally, like as Nat said, he seems to love the character and he wants it to do well.
True.
So I don't see any reason why we shouldn't trust him into making.
Would you
a
be
good
happy if he
film.
became like the stall producer who was on it all, and he was just keeping an eye on it, making sure the story kind of?
As of right now, yeah. I mean, Justice League could do Justice League, and it's bad, but I don't think it will be. I think
No
it should be
doubt.
alright. I trust him.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like we all are a little bit more at ease with Ben Affleck having more creative control. And
Yeah.
plus, he's got full creative control over his Batman solo movie now. The guy is like, his life must be fucking awesome right now.
Yeah.
Like, he's doing well for himself. He's got a big cock and the muscles. Sorry, Jack's mum. But yeah, so I mean, like,
You tell me Jack's mum hasn't seen Gone Girl? Come on.
She doesn't like
Juicy.
things that didn't actually
Yeah,
happen.
she doesn't watch films.
She
'cause they
doesn't-
didn't happen.
She doesn't watch fiction. Trust. She's never
Really?
watched fiction. She doesn't read
It's
fiction.
fucking
she hates
fiction.
I don't believe in fairy tales.
It. No, yeah. She's like the Ebenezer Scrooge of literature.
She's a realist. Gotta love a good realist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's your mum.
Cheerios on the realism.
About comic books.
Okay, so
Should have said that into the mic.
Yes.
Lou, cheerio weary on Affleck, executive producing on all stages.
It's cheery. I'll give him a cheery. Yeah.
Sweet. Pietro, what do you think?
No, I don't give a shit.
You still don't care?
I still don't care.
Does that mean weary?
Means I don't care.
Ambivalence doesn't count as a
Yes,
point.
ambivalent does not count. You gotta pick one.
Alright, fine. Wary.
Oh, you ruined it.
Ooh.
There's gonna be Cheerios.
Have you seen that
everywhere.
cock? What are you talking about?
I've seen it. Right.
cock doesn't
I
make a
watched
good
Gone
movie.
Girl. Don't think his cock's that
Have
great.
you
makes
seen Deep
porn.
Throat?
I don't think his cock's all that you guys are making it out to be. I think you guys
I've
just
seen a
have
few
weird
penises
penis
in my
envy.
time.
Jack, then what do you think? Cheerio weary.
I think, yeah. No, I'm sweet. Fuck it. Yeah.
You digging it?
Good.
Okay. I can dig
Crimson
Nat?
Chin.
Digging it.
Digging it. I'm
Here
game
comes
as
the
well.
Crimson
Alright, well,
Chin.
we've only got one dissenter, so yeah, thanks, Pete. Bringing the house down.
Boo.
Dirty
Yeah.
bastard. Okay, so let's move on to our next headline, which is this. Kevin Feige confirmed that a Black Widow movie is still in the Marvel plans this week.
Yay!
And also, he confirmed on the Empire podcast, like, it's not like he wanted to, he was kind of pushed to it, but he confirmed that Natalie Portman is out of Thor Ragnarok and that it will be explained in the film. So, beginning with Lou, what are we thinking? Starting on Black Widow, I suppose.
I'm glad they've got a Black Widow film. I think Scarlett Johansson's put in work to this franchise.
Yeah.
I think she deserves a crack at owning her own film.
Mhm.
I just don't know how strong Black Widow film will be without another character to bounce off.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, if they throw in maybe a Hawkeye or something as well,
Yeah.
then it could do really well. But if it's literally just Black Widow, it could go one or two ways, I think.
Mm. Yeah, I see what you mean. What about Natalie Portman? Are you happy about that or?
Yeah, I mean, I'm always happy because it's when like,
Whenever Natalie
just
Portman's
in
in
general,
it, you're
Mary's just
fucking
thrown
cheery.
There's never
No, I
been
mean, like-
sad, this lad.
I'm always kind of happy when the romantic interest is gone because then there's more Thor being Thor.
More
and
Thor for you.
There's more Thor hitting things, yeah. Then I get Thor, yeah. Because there's more Thor hitting stuff with a hammer and shooting lightning and flying around and stuff, and less like, oh, well,
Getting
my
knocked
girlfriend's
over
got
by
a
a
Nobel
car.
Prize and all that. So
Yeah, I can dig that. Fair dues. Pietro, what are you thinking, baby?
In regards to Black Widow, can we just fucking make it already?
I know, seriously.
Like people
Yeah.
just keep like, oh, it's coming, it's gonna happen.
yeah.
It's like
It's gonna hap-"
Thanos.
Just fucking do it already.
is coming. Black Widow is coming. I mean, I'm with you, pal. I mean,
Like-
it's been a long time coming, but I mean, yeah, you think it could work?
I think it could work. Like maybe if you did, well, this is probably just from the pitch, but
Can we not?
if-
Yeah,
We might want to
yeah,
keep this
yeah.
on the low.
Yeah, let's
so-
not
Okay,
expose
okay.
like do not
Okay,
expose
we'll keep it on the
anything
low,
of your pitches.
but
We are
Yeah.
gonna be
honestly-
pitching a Black Widow movie,
Yeah.
as I'm sure you've seen from the title. So
honestly,
yes.
I think that it could work. Like
Okay.
if you did the right amount of digging, like I did last night at like fucking 5 in the morning to
Uh-huh.
try and find something. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that you could go with.
okay, now shit on Natalie Portman.
Yeah, Natalie Portman. I love you in Leon. Fucking Black Swan.
And the
but
Phantom
that's
Menace.
about it. Like, I mean,
Beef Vendetta.
Aw, I like Natalie.
she was
Portman.
alright in V for Vendetta, but
Am
but
I?
in the 4 films as a love interest, she's fucking boring.
Can I just say,
Oh
am
my
I
God.
the only one
She's
who was
white
never?
bread.
Am I the only one who was never bothered by Jane Foster? Everyone always says, "Oh, their relationship was awful." I didn't think so. I like that
wasn't-
scene with
It
looking up
wasn't-
at the
it wasn't
stars, and he's
awful,
like,
it
you
was
know.
just boring. It just seemed like a forced romantic interest.
Yeah.
Let's be honest though. From
Basically,
day
you
one, she's
fancied
not
her.
wanted to be in this. Like, she wanted to be in the first one because Kenneth Branagh was directing, and she was into his Shakespeare stuff. Since then, she has wanted to get out of this, like every day. Like, she doesn't
Yeah.
want to be a part of it, does she?
Mm-hmm.
So I guess you can take that and be like, well, if she doesn't, maybe we don't want her.
Yeah,
But she's
true,
a great
but you can at least
actress.
fucking try and put a good face to get through the shit and then
Yeah.
leave.
Jacobeam, what are you thinking?
What about Natalie Portman or Black Widow?
A bit of both.
I just say fuck Natalie Portman in this whole franchise because, as you say, she's not asked.
Yeah.
And we want people who are asked and who are gonna, like the heavy hitters they've got, the people who are already on board, you know, the Chris Evans and Robert Downey Jr., they're already fucking involved. They're in it.
yeah.
They're writing, I don't want just another actor who's gonna turn up and fill a role.
Yeah, I mean, I'm with you
And
there.
for Black Widow, yeah, make it already. Why wasn't this something in stage 2?
Mm. No,
Yeah.
I could do. I just wanted to say, PT, just like that's a timer, so like keep on putting it on whenever you change it
Oh,
over, and then every
okay.
12 minutes you'll know. Anyhow, yeah, I'm with you there. I mean, and let's be honest, though, they're gonna probably give him just a completely new love interest in this film.
Yeah.
You said like they're gonna explain it, and obviously we'll get into that in a little bit as well on what we think they should
Do
do with
Lady
that.
Sif.
But
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, Sif.
An
She's a better
Asgardian love
character.
interest.
Fine.
Yeah.
No,
She's fine,
no,
but
no, because Sif is not defined by a love for Thor.
no, of
fucking
course not. But
badass
No,
okay,
no, no.
and she-
no, she's not
No,
defined
she
by
isn't,
it.
She isn't
Did you
defined by
just-
the romance. It's just introduced
Yeah,
to
but
it.
she's
should-
been around so long. She's been friends with him so long. What if they do it like those old love stories where it's like the one that was there all along and you just
Yeah.
couldn't see her because she was covered in shit in the corner?
Like when you,
You know,
take
like
off
what if that's
Because
it,
she
you
was
know?
covered in guts of your enemies.
Yes, exactly. And Lady Sif
Actually,
can
that could be a
fight.
line to
Natalie
Ragnarok.
Portman could not fight.
Imagine
they
it-
could
imagine
easily
it if
put this
Natalie
movie together
Portman-
and be like, yeah, we're gonna give you a girl now that can actually kick your ass.
Well, apparently,
Valkyrie.
isn't Valkyrie meant to be in the film as well? Thank you, Jack.
Oh really?
Is that? Oh.
Valkyrie's meant to be in
Apparently.
Ragnarok.
So maybe
Okay.
that's why she's on, and that's his new love interest.
Are we at the pausing point?
Oh my. I mean, I'm very interested. Oh no, you don't have to pause.
Oh.
I'm very interested in the idea of Thor getting his nuts with Valkyrie.
Oh,
I
no,
think
Yeah.
I
that
would
sounds
like it
cool.
if Valkyrie was a big lesbian that rides
Whoa.
through space on a magical horse and has a horde of magical lesbians that also follow her.
Oh, She-Ra.
Oh man.
Yeah, basically.
Just like Pootie Tang. I'd say honestly next week. Let's make sure that's a question. Who should play Valkyrie? Because that's going to be a good one.
Me?
But yeah. So, but Black Widow movie. Are you happy that it's finally? Well, not that it's finally happened. It's not announced. Let's just say that. But
Yeah.
they're saying
It's
it's,
in the
going to happen
plans.
at some
Yeah.
point.
Yeah, I'm incredibly happy. I've been waiting for a Black Widow film since she was in Iron Man 2.
Do you think that waiting this long is going to hurt them in the long run though? Because I
No,
mean, you
because-
can't really do a prequel now.
I don't want to. Well,
Can't they?
Well, they can still do it where she's like.
I don't
in
think
the
2 hours
KGB.
of like. Don't get me wrong, Robert Downey Jr. as
Crazy
the
guy,
young
boys.
guy in Civil War, that looked great, but you can't pull it off for 2 hours. I don't think you can. Like,
I
if,
don't
if
think
you
you
want to
need
just
to
give her
go-
like, well, she did look young in Age of
I
Ultron.
don't think you need to go that far back in a timeline, though. I don't think you need to go back to her being in the Red Room and all that stuff.
I suppose they've kind of done that origin a bit, but I think it's just because the Red Room is so interesting that I'd
Yeah,
be like,
So you
"Nah,
just
if
have
it's not there."
flashbacks to the Red Room and have a little tiny Tasha doing
Yeah,
ballet.
that could work.
I don't know if I'm
And then and
convinced.
then the screen goes all fuzzy, and then she's not doing ballet. She's like stabbing a guy.
No.
yeah.
Whoa.
Or maybe she's
Mind
too.
freak.
Don't know if you're convinced about what, Lou.
I don't know if I'm convinced that it will happen. Yeah. Because I mean, as you said, they haven't announced it. Even films they have announced in the past, like Inhumans now being taken off the schedule and stuff. So I don't know.
Yeah, I suppose it is.
Comes
kind
out
of
when
a-
ScarJo's like 80. I can still wear the suit.
I hope they don't wait too long because I mean, am I the only person who's thought
Scarlett
ever
Johansson's
since the
only
day?
31 though.
Yeah, true.
Like,
I mean,
she's
which
not
is
old.
like exactly. But I mean, am I the
Still
only
fine as
person
fuck.
who, since day one, has just thought like that would just be fun? I think she can carry a movie. We know
Yeah,
she can.
definitely. Yeah.
But and if they get the right director, like I would have wanted Patty Jenkins, but now she's doing Wonder Woman. But like if they get the right director, like maybe what about the Hurt Locker? What's her name? Catherine Bigelow. Like
You
she's
didn't even say that
fantastic.
into the mic, then that was bad.
He says it into your vape.
You know, the
It can sense vibrations, right?
But yeah,
Maybe I
like
should've just
it's,
mic'd the
you know,
room.
I've always thought it could work, so I really hope that it is a case if they get to it quick.
Yeah.
But okay, so starting with you, Nat. Based on the news of a Black Widow movie coming up at some point, and of course Natalie Portman getting canned from Marvel, what do you think? Cheery or weary?
cherry all round because
Cheery as
Natalie
fuck.
Portman's just a non-character in Thor, so I don't even care. And I've been waiting for the Black Widow film for all of my life. So.
Fair dues. Jacariah, what are you thinking, baby?
Kill Jane Foster.
Yeah.
I want to see her go out in a brutal way as well.
How brutal we talking?
Like Jurassic World, brutal.
Nah,
with the fucking
worse.
reporter.
Whereas I want Thor not even hypnotized to just twat her everywhere with the hammer.
Oh,
Just-
no,
just
you
go
don't wanna do
like-
that.
I am sick of your shit. Woman.
How does Thor come back from that afterwards, though?
No,
Who
yeah.
cares? No one
So-
likes
I
Thor.
am
Just,
Thor.
just
With a
drop her
drink
on the
with the
floor,
boys.
point at the woman and
me
say,
this
another!
No,
Don't work like that.
maybe make her evil or some shit. I don't know. But like, yeah, I wanna see her like obliterated because her character annoys me so much.
Let's just hope
I
they
want
don't
a
do an
planet to
Alien
crash into
3
her or
and just
something.
like the movie opens and it's like, Jane Foster's gone.
Oh, yeah. Oh, by the way, she died.
Yeah.
You didn't see
Like they
that.
did in
Star Wars
Avengers.
scrolly text.
Yeah.
Yes. Pietro, oh, sorry, did you say cheery?
Like her appearance in Avengers.
I'd assume.
Did
it's
you say
excitement.
cheery?
I'm cheery for Black
Yeah.
Widow and I'm cheery for her leaving. So, yeah,
Swaggerlish.
Cheerios
Okay.
all round.
Pietro, drop some loads.
Yeah,
Ew.
Jerry. We get Black Widow film and get rid of Jane Foster. What's not to like?
Okay. Man's happy, cheery. Lou?
Cheery. Yeah, I mean, everyone agrees. It's
Sweet.
been said, yeah.
Okay, with Cheerios all around. Well done, guys.
Yeah,
Good
man.
for your bones, milk and all that. All right, let's move on to our next headline. We did initially have a different headline, which was the Joker and Harley Quinn Scalding picture, but
Yeah.
that wasn't that big, and something
And I
a
don't care
lot
about
bigger.
Jared Leto as the Joker.
I know you do not.
Because he's-
Something bigger.
He's edgy.
Something edgy kid in the class. Something bigger hit us only today and yesterday, and that is this: that Lupita Nyong'o and also Michael B. Jordan are now cast in Black Panther. Mic drop. I mean, that is fucking crazy. Lou, open it up. What do you think?
I think
Actually did a little, but
as soon as the director was confirmed for Black Panther, what's his name?
Ryan Coogler.
Ryan Coogler. Yeah, I thought Michael B. Jordan might show up at
Yeah.
some point. But he is great.
Are they
I'm
drinking
a fan
buddies?
of Michael B. Jordan.
Mm-hmm.
I think so.
He did
I'm a-
Creed, didn't he?
I'm a fan of Michael
Oh,
B.
yeah.
Jordan. I think he's a good actor. I say Creed. He was great in Creed.
Yeah.
And then Lupita Nyong'o. I mean, she's smashing it. I mean, she's just come off the back of Star Wars
Yeah.
as well. and
She's
stuff.
flawless in literally everything.
Like
she's
yeah, exactly. I haven't seen her do a bad performance. I haven't seen everything she's been in,
Mm.
but what I have seen, she's great. And then off the back of the fact that we've already seen Chadwick Boseman kicking ass as Black
yeah.
Panther,
Man, what a Black Panther he was.
it's got to be good. Like
Yeah.
it's got to be.
No doubt. When you think about like the cast top to bottom now, like I remember Kevin Feige a couple of weeks ago saying how like wait till you see the cast of Black Panther, it's going to be a great ensemble, and I was like, well, who could you really get?
Yeah.
But now we've got
Literally-
Chadwick Boseman, who we know is great now, Andy Serkis as Claw.
Yeah.
Then we've got now Lupita Nyong'o and also Michael B. Jordan. Like those four alone are some
All
of
the best black people.
actors
Isn't
of our time.
isn't
only-
Martin
the only
Freeman's
downside
character
is,
confirmed as well?
Martin
What?
Freeman.
There's no
and-
white people?
yes.
No.
That is
Diamond
true.
Tonzu.
There's a lot of rumors, and it seems like it's probably true that Martin Freeman will be returning because, I mean, in the comics, his character he was a state
He's like a liaison.
liaison of Wakanda, wasn't he?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
So I think that I'd easily see that happen, and that'd be great as well. But yeah, so Pietro, what are you thinking, man?
I think it's interesting. Like, see, I'm not too familiar with like the Black Panthers, like Rogues Gallery. Like the only ones I really know are like Claw and like the one dude who kills his dad in the comics. But
Yeah.
I'm kind of wondering who Michael B. Jordan could play in it.
Yeah, I mean, the Hollywood Reporter rumored that he's going to be playing a villain. I suppose, yeah, keep in mind, is that something you would like to see?
Well, we can see. Well, we've seen from like Creed that he's good at a little throwdown, so
Yeah.
it'd be a good action. flick.
We
Go
haven't
to the
really, we haven't really
throwdown.
seen him
I
in
like that as a description.
We haven't really
Go to
seen
the
him in an
throwdown.
antagonist role, have we? So I mean, I could easily see why an actor of his caliber would want to do it because,
Yeah.
you know, who doesn't want to eventually play a villain? Some people start their career like Alan Rickman playing a great villain,
Yeah.
and then they do different things. And I think he's one of those actors at this point now. He needs to have his Gary Oldman Batman Begins moment and go the complete opposite way. We like him now. Now he's got to make us not like him, and he could pull it off.
Yeah.
But also, you know, I was very happy when I
Michael
heard this
B.
because I was
Jordan
like,
already
yes,
made
no
me
more
not like
Fantastic
him
Four,
because
hopefully.
of Fantastic, but
But you pointed. Who was it who pointed out before that also like two Fantastic Four cast members now, Chris Evans.
literally
and,
you.
Yeah.
Was it
It was
me?
you.
Was it me? Was
That was
it?
me.
It was
It's
you,
Pietro.
Peter.
Yeah, it was Pete. Pete pointed out that Chris Evans and fucking Michael B. Jordan both played the Human Torch and are now in an actual fucking franchise. So
Exactly.
well done to them. But yeah, so Jacariah, what are you thinking, baby?
About I wasn't here.
Lupita Nyong'o and
Oh,
Michael
yeah?
B. Jordan.
Oh yeah, no, that's what we're discussing. Yeah, no, yeah, cheery.
No, stop it.
Nothing more.
I wasn't really
That is
listening,
all.
guys.
Yes.
I sort of zoned out for a second. No, yeah. I mean, I do think that it's quite interesting, but I don't know. I haven't really, apart from Creed and Fan Four Stick, I haven't really seen too much of what Michael B. Jordan's in. I know he's in fucking all sorts, but
Check him out in Fruitvale Station. Like
And The
that will
Wire as
show
well.
you what he can do.
Yeah.
The Wire. Oh yeah,
Yes.
I've seen a fair bit of The Wire, but not like got into it.
Oh,
I haven't sat down and watched it.
There's a certain point in The Wire, like once you watch enough episodes, where you just can't stop and you just
Yeah.
become an addict. It's craziness.
It's HBO.
But yeah, well, I suppose like, are you like with the caliber of the cast that we have now, with these two being extended to it as well? I mean, does that make you put Black Panther higher up the list of what you're anticipated about?
Oh yeah,
Out
no,
of the
I did. I really like the character as well. Like in
Yeah.
Civil War, he was. I'd like to see a bit more depth on him because he was. Civil War was. It was a bit of an action flick, and a lot of the other characters were, like, you know, they were there
Yeah.
to fill out numbers, weren't they?
No doubt.
But yeah, like I want to see his story. I want to see what he does, and yeah,
Sweet.
yeah.
Nat, what are you thinking?
I'm incredibly happy that the MCU is now getting all of the black people. So
Yeah.
much diversity, but I don't want them to like put all of the diversity in one film and then go, well, we have a whole film full of black people now. We don't need to do anything else.
I mean, let's
Which
hope that they
could happen.
don't.
Storm's a white
I
woman
mean, it
now.
could, but I mean, like, it's is she white?
No.
No.
Oh, I was
No.
gonna say, fucking
Yeah.
hell. Because like we can't take away from
Is
South
Storm
Africa.
white?
One of Natalie's greatest ideas ever: a storm in Africa, South Africa. Come on,
South
we
Africa.
remember that was awesome.
Shaft in Africa, but with Storm.
Yeah, absolutely.
Basically.
This
But,
time, two dogs died today. Ooh.
But
Two
but
toads
yeah,
got
no,
struck by
I'm
lightning.
with you. I hope that it is a case of they do extend like more characters like that in future. But I feel like they've been doing better like recently. Like Falcon was probably one of my favorite characters in Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
But you know what though? I wish they'd stop giving Falcon those very 80s action lines. So you know the way in
Well,
every movie.
He is pretty much an action cop.
No, I'm
partner.
fine with that, but there's a different way to deliver it. Like, there's one scene and there's one moment in Civil War where I'm just like, did you have to give it that much heft? And it's the moment where Falcon's like, I count 5, and then Scarlet Witch gets him to take out another, and he just jumps down and goes 4, and walks past the camera, and I was like, dude, there's much more convincing ways to say that line. You know.
I would have loved it if like one of them was just like, oh no, he's not in this film. Oh, right, for the number. Okay.
Yeah, it's that brings up a good point. They can never do a fourth Thor movie, can they? Because then it's gonna be called
Thor 4.
Thor 4.
Oh yeah.
What the fuck? That's gonna be the most
Four.
impronounceable film of all time.
TH4 stick.
I don't even know if impronounceables are word, but let's go with it. But yes, it seems like we're all pretty much like game for this one, aren't we?
Oh, I'm
I
so
think
good.
like
Yeah.
Black Panther in that film has like sealed the deal that we're like, shit, this guy's gonna
He's
be
beauty
awesome.
and he's grace. He'll
No doubt.
claw you in the face.
There's actually, when I was listening to the Empire spoiler podcast of Civil War the other day, Kevin Feige revealed like how he gave the parts to Chadwick Boseman. Apparently, like he was the first choice they had when they were in their like red room or whatever it is, where they make all like the plans of what's gonna go on in these films.
They have a
and
red
shit.
room.
They have like
Brainwash
yeah.
The
everyone.
Marvel
Yeah.
red room.
Everyone has a red
Dark
room.
side of Marvel.
But yeah, apparently like they got his number and called him up, and he was on his way to a premiere for Get On Up, the James Brown movie. And they called him up whilst he was in his limo and just like apparently said to him, "Have you ever heard of the character Black Panther by any chance?" And apparently he just went, "Yes, why?" like that. Apparently he was game for it from
Yeah.
second one, and you can tell like the
Yeah.
voice. I wasn't expecting that. Like the voice was incredible. But yeah,
Voice
so
and
okay,
the fighting style.
no doubt.
Yeah.
So Nat, I take it you're cheery.
Yep.
Cheery.
Cheery.
Cheery. Oh,
Oh,
yeah, go on, hit
no.
that again. Lou, cheery.
I'm cheery. Very
Cheerios all
cheery.
round once again. It's been we've had a pretty
Cheery.
optimistic and positive day so far. Let's see whether we can continue that on.
Usually this nice to anyone.
I know.
Ugh.
We're usually like
weird.
total dicks.
Just
Okay.
wait. The
So-
dick, the dick round is coming.
It'll come.
Next headline. This
The
is
dick will
actually,
come.
Like this is one that I did not see coming from a mile off, but it's
Come on,
happened.
Frazen.
So check it out. Sharon Stone. We all remember her. We all spanked it to her in like
No,
'96.
we didn't.
We all
Don't
did.
you
Why
lie.
you-
Two
why you
years removed
wanking
from
in
the
You've
war.
seen Basic
1996?
Instinct.
How old were you in 1996?
2.
Why were you wanking
You're
at
a
the age of
baby.
2?
Because I can. I don't know. I was a crazy child.
Yeah.
There were drugs and alcohol.
He
It
was an adventurous kid.
competent. It was crazy.
Wow, we're
Okay.
actually learning your origin story.
Yeah.
Paddy's
I've got a
the most
great
fun.
origin story. Crack whore. Okay, so this headline: Sharon
love that.
Stone revealed on the Late Late Show last Thursday that she's joining the MCU. And while she was not able to give any details and share because she's got a confidentiality agreement, she said that it's a wee part, possibly a hint at Janet Van Dyne.
Yeah.
Okay, let's start with Nat. What are you thinking? Does this make you? Do you dig this or what?
Yeah, because I assume with Ant-Man and the Wasp, they're gonna harken back a lot to the previous Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Mm-hmm.
So,
And plus, like, they probably put her in that
Also-
the Marvel like make you younger machine. And
Yeah.
how cool would
God,
it be
that's
to
a good
see
machine.
Michael Douglas and Sharon Stone
Oh yeah.
Together.
and then she gets a fanny out and
No.
stretches those legs. That's a wasp. Okay, so
Oh.
The band.
but yeah, I mean, like, okay, let me just ask the question: do we think the fact that she said it's a wee part in any way could actually be a hint towards Ant-Man and the Wasp, or is that just us being?
Well,
Very
It's
strange
overly
wording,
critical.
wee
It-
part.
Is she
Yeah.
Scottish?
No, she's not.
Then there you
Scottish.
go. Then no. Then she's hinting.
Yeah, I don't
She's
think.
from the Amazon.
Then
Clearly.
Moira McTaggart now.
Yeah, I agree with that.
What do you think? Why? What?
I don't think
That
Sharon
word-
Stone would
that
say the
word
word
was just
we
off.
unless
like,
she was getting at something.
She ain't
But
that kind of girl.
Is
Exactly.
there a Marvel character that wheezes himself a lot?
Piss lady.
not that I know.
I don't know. I mean, you know, I think that's a part that makes sense.
Sidekick urethra.
And if it's a wee part, this is kind of a double prizer in that case because yeah, obviously the Wasp is small and all that bullshit. But like the old Wasp is obviously not going to be a huge role in these movies,
Yeah.
is she? And let's face it, we do want to see like what happened to her. We only get a brief like bit of her on that rocket
I
in
want to
Ant-Man,
see it
don't
in
we?
like the microverse or like.
Yeah.
Oh
Like,
man,
trapped. Yeah.
how are they going to get her out of the microverse?
I don't reckon they
Michael
will.
The
Douglas.
micro-
I
I don't
think-
think they will.
Michael
I
Douglas
think-
can do it.
I think Doctor Strange will help them personally.
Oh,
Bringing mysticism.
that's true.
Exactly. He's all.
On a small scale.
Exactly.
Doctor
He
Strange
trans-
2.
He transforms Ant-Man into Adam Ant.
Okay,
Ooh.
so regardless of whether she's an Ant-Man and the Wasp, which seems pretty like likely, Jack, do you like the idea of Sharon Stone joining the universe, or are you like doing?
Don't give a fuck who they get to play. She's not going to be fighting.
You
is
don't
she?
like
She's
Sharon
old.
Stone?
Yeah, fuck it. Go ahead, sweet, cool. She's on board. Another win down to Marvel.
Pietro, what are you thinking?
As long as she isn't as bad as she was in Catwoman, I'm okay with it.
Oh yeah,
Oh shit! I forgot she
Yeah.
was in that.
that was bad.
Makeup powers.
Oh,
Hey.
What?
Aren't we all allowed one though? Aren't
Yeah,
we all
true.
allowed one?
I
Ryan
want
Reynolds, was,
everybody
Ryan
to
Reynolds
one.
was allowed Green Lantern and X-Men Origins
If
Wolverine.
everyone's allowed one, how come like whenever I say such and such will play this guy, you go, yeah, but he was in that one film, which is awful. So
Because
therefore
that's
he's
when we're
terrible.
fighting and Factor out the
That's
window.
in the battle round.
Yeah.
I know.
That's
Day,
when the
man.
rules don't apply.
Yes. Pietro, what do you think? Like, are you happy with Sharon Stone joining, or are you like, really, Sharon Stone?
Again, I am interested along with Michael B. Jordan on who they're playing.
Uh-huh.
'cause, I just don't know who they could get. Like, Janet Van Dyne does seem like a probable one, but if it's somebody else, I'm not too sure who they could pick.
Yeah. Well, I suppose. I mean, we will see. Lou, what are you thinking, man?
Yeah, I mean, I think she will be Janice, and I think if that is who she's playing, then she's an alright choice.
1 minute,
yeah,
actually.
I can get
wanna-
down with that.
Yeah.
I want to ask a question. Do you think they're gonna get Hank Pym to hit her?
No.
Oh.
Because
it happened
Oh,
in
in
the
the
comics.
Yeah,
Because
that's
Marvel have pretty
true.
much been trying to get rid of that, like the fact that that ever happened since it happened. But
Was
no
was
one
that
will let
like
it
back
die.
in like the 30s and 40s and
No,
stuff?
it was
No.
like
No,
It
it
was-
was actually like 90s.
Like,
90s.
Yeah, yeah.
He was sitting there in the 90s.
Yeah. He was having like a identity crisis because he had like different alter egos and got so frustrated that he slapped Janet.
like
Wow.
backhanded,
Fucking
like
Yeah.
it's a fucking
ridiculous.
like, and loads of like the people.
don't
who,
wanna
like,
see
Was
that.
it one time
No.
or?
Yeah, but
Yeah,
the people
yeah.
who drew it have
Ah.
like been saying like it wasn't meant to be a slap. Like he was meant to be like pushing it away, and we
See,
drew it
if
wrong. And
that's
it's like
the
no,
case-
we backhanded
If that's
it
how
in the
they,
face.
if that's how the
Into these
originators have reacted
chemicals.
to themselves, I'm sure Marvel will probably try and gloss over that.
Yeah,
but-
like-
Exactly.
Yeah.
We've tried to for so long, but everyone's just like, yeah, but he is a wife beater.
Yeah.
There's a little Easter
Does
egg
it
in the
be
next
funny?
Ant-Man
Does it
just-
surprise you though? In like that Michael Douglas like
A buddy punch.
around in that film.
It's, I mean, no, I guess
No.
not. But I mean, let's be honest, Michael Douglas, he seems like a sweetheart in real life. He got cancer from going down on Catherine Zeta-Jones. Like,
Yeah.
what a lovely sweetheart.
What?
Quite
Like,
yeah. I
He ate
remember
the
Like,
that.
cookie.
actually?
He ate
Yeah.
the cookie, and he got some bad nookie.
But he
you know,
said
like,
that's where it
just
came from.
happens.
Yeah.
Wow.
That is some
Throat
weird
throat
explanation.
cancer.
But how crazy is that? Like, I
Yeah.
mean, so like it would be against the grade. It's not really him. I doubt
I know,
he.
she is
I doubt
Welsh,
he
like.
slaps the poo and tang up.
I
doubt
don't
he's
mean
that
like
kind of guy.
actual
He was a
Michael
sex addict,
Douglas.
wasn't he?
I mean Michael. I
Still
mean
is a
like
sex
Still is, yeah.
Hank Pym
Yeah.
in that film. He doesn't seem like the most emotionally stable guy.
Yeah.
Mm. That's true.
He does just
yeah,
punch that
but-
like shield guy.
It would
But
work.
the whole
He was
reason
asking
he's
for it.
the whole reason he's unstable is because he's lost his wife though.
Yes, I
So
mean,
if
the,
she
yeah,
comes
the only
back,
reason he
then-
punches that
Then
guy
he
is
just
because he
can't
mentions his
handle it no
wife.
more.
I
If he
mean,
comes back, surely he'd be like the happiest guy ever. Like his life's work is.
I think he spent
Done.
too long being bitter to just revert back to just being happy.
Yeah.
mm.
Full of shit, Scott.
Yeah, I mean, you know, regardless of it, I think it would be great to see them on screen again. It would be a good reunion. It'd be
Yeah.
nice. Like, Marvel's at the point now where they can do that. They can just be like, hey, you know what, Eminem, you were in 8 Mile with Thingy. Let's have a little moment where you come in as a bystander. They can do that now.
Yeah.
They've
Eminem
earned-
plays
they've
Dazzler.
earned their stripes. Like, they can do whatever they want. And I think this is one that works. Sharon Stone, yeah, she's had a lot of shit over the last, like, 10, 15 years, but
Mm.
she was a good actress. And, you know, you'd still do the bang bang. So,
Yeah, I
mean,
think the MCU's like it seems to be like a revival thing. A lot of
Yeah.
people are coming in
Yeah.
who you think like, really, damn, they've been in terrible things, and then they come back.
Like
In
Tony
this.
Stark.
Well, exactly, yeah.
That's
Robert
true.
Downey, Robert Downey Jr., yeah.
Hopefully
It is the
they're never
ultimate
gonna
comeback
try and get
franchise.
Nicolas Cage in.
Oh
Hopefully
my
they'll
God.
never bring Nicolas Cage.
Nicolas Cage as the Skrulls. I am
As
putting
all
that
of them?
down right
Skrulls.
now. That'll
As
be
all of
fucking
them, or just the
hilarious.
Super Skrull?
All of them.
Oh.
All of the Skrulls. Oh
It's
yeah,
Iron
I've got all
Race.
your superpowers. What are you gonna do?
Why didn't you put
Impersonating
down the
Cap.
shield? It could work. I'd like
your
to
shield,
see
man.
Nicky Cage.
You're a big feller. You look like you could smash me. What's in
Well,
your shield?
I think
Shark or something?
I think we've glossed over. Oh my God! Put him in the Wasp movie, and then he can be like, "No, not the Wasp!
Yes!
Not the Wasp! Ah, rah, rah, rah."
Yes!
could do that, that would be awesome.
Oh.
Wicker Man 2. Oh yeah. We all want to
Quick
see
Google.
it deep down inside. Okay. We've spent enough time on this wee story. So, Lou, what are you thinking? Cheery or weary?
Cheery. It's all cheery for me today. So
Sweet.
far.
Good man.
Who's literally never been sad.
Very positive. Yeah, he wasn't lying, man. He's a positive motherfucker.
Yeah.
He's never unhappy.
That will be your downfall.
Pietro, what are you thinking?
Emperor Pietro.
I'm good with it.
You game?
Yeah, it should be good.
Jackal Beam?
Fuck it, yeah, I'm cheery.
Fuck it, chuck it, football!
I just
Okay.
go with whatever side's winning.
Cheery. Nat?
Yeah, I'm cheery.
Yeah, me
Feel
too.
like
I'm cheery. Like, which is interesting. Isn't it crazy how like the MCU, they can give us an actress who hasn't really done a good film in like 15 years, and we're all like, cool. Yeah,
Why did you send it to Kermit?
I know. We could, it could be something. I think it could work.
Nat's got a weird thing over Kermit the Frog.
Oh, really? Did he
A
touch
bit human puppety.
Oh.
You what? What'd you say about the puppety?
Rainbow connection.
Do you know which way it is into town? Yeah, right back the way you came.
Back when Family Guy was good. Okay.
Okay. So, all Cheerios all around once again. Loving this optimistic day. Okay, so final headline of the week before we get to some games. Okay, the Russos slipped up this week and accidentally confirmed Captain Marvel for Infinity War, along with confirming that they'd love to bring Wolverine to the MCU. Discuss, beginning with Lou.
Well, Captain Marvel, Infinity War, yes. Like, Captain Marvel's one of the films that I'm really looking forward to. I think it'll be cool to have, like, the way... Alright, not everyone liked Man of Steel and stuff, but the way Superman was done, like, the way he could fly and shit, I was like, yeah, and I think Marvel's take on Captain Marvel's powers and stuff will look awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Especially throwing her in with all the other Avengers and Thanos and all the other shit you've got. I think that'll be great. What was the second point that the Russo brothers slipped up on?
About the fact that they would,
that
they
Wolverine.
would like Wolverine in the MCU if it were to ever happen.
Yeah, I think at this point in the comics, Wolverine's as much an Avenger as he is an X-Men.
Do you
I'd
think?
say.
Do you think that
Yeah.
if like, since obviously Wolverine's final movie with Hugh Jackman is coming up, there's gonna be some sort of reboot in the works. Now, let's just imagine that in a fantasy world here in a year or two's time,
Okay.
that Marvel, just like they got Spider-Man, are able to make a deal with Fox and say, let us use Wolverine, we'll split the profits, all that bullshit, and recast. Do you think that in the hands of Marvel they would do a better job?
Maybe a more consistent job.
Mm-hmm.
I think each appearance that they put Wolverine in would be quite good.
Yeah.
Whereas there's been some X-Men films that have been like, yeah.
Extreme low points.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
But that said, I wouldn't say that was Hugh Jackman's fault or anything. I thought Hugh Jackman's good. Is
Yeah,
great. As Wolverine,
he's always got the job done, hasn't he?
yeah.
Yeah.
But I trust Marvel with the writing and stuff more, because like they seem to get the characters a lot more. Well, suppose because they're their characters.
Yeah.
Well, I seem to get the heroes.
But, yeah,
Mm.
the heroes. Well, yeah.
What are you thinking, Pietro?
Yeah, I thought Captain Marvel was kind of a no-give anyway. Like, I thought she was going to be Infinity Wars regardless anyway, because it's all
Yeah,
space.
it was assumed. I guess like it's they tried to backtrack this, but I was thinking like it's not like you have to. We knew it was coming.
Although, the fact that they're trying to get Wolverine, I'm really hoping that they can get the Thing now, and they can do the fucking fastball from the fucking comics.
Ah.
I want to see that shit right then and there. Here's Thanos. Got a fastball in there, bub. Yeah.
I mean, like that, they could still under the wire before Infinity War comes out. They could still like get another character like going. I mean,
Yeah.
let's hope that they can expand it more. Jack, what are you thinking, pal? No, go on. You can keep talking. I'll just like put like pictures over. Jack
Yeah, no.
Is that what you do? Just stick pictures over and hope for the best.
Pictures of a big black cock. Technical difficulties. Look at this huge dick. Go on, Jack.
Jesus
Can we not talk about dick doubles again?
No,
Sorry.
seriously, like, Jack,
Like this
whole
one hasn't been
penis.
broadcast. We had a whole segment on dick doubles, and now I should be the dick double for the Hulk.
Lewis, we brought up an interesting point. What's your thought on the Hulk's penis? Yay or nay?
like, do you
don't
want
you
to
want-
see
do
the
I-
film?
want to see
to?
the Hulk's cock?
I suppose. I think.
It's so big to comprehend.
I think the first time you see the Hulk in his little tight shorts, everyone's first thought is, What?
Where's the cock?
Surely his dick's got to be visible at least.
See, I mean, Disney are the
At
king.
least.
Disney are the king of putting dirty shit in children's movies. Okay, on the front cover of Little Mermaid, there's a golden cock just staring
Yeah,
at
there
the
is.
face.
There
Why
is.
can't they just for one moment in Infinity War just have like Hulk turn a little bit and then you just see like something just go a little bit in the pants? Like, it's not like you see the dick, you just see the pants move a bit, and then forever it can be like that. Was the Hulk's
We've seen
cock.
the Hulk
Once
dick.
again,
seen
I
it.
don't
Hulk's
want
dick
to see it for
confirmed.
No,
for,
but
like,
is he like a
sex
steroid
reasons.
abuser
Just
where it's really
curiosity.
small?
Oh, but he's not a steroid. It's gamma.
No, but
rays,
is he?
isn't it, man? It's
Yeah,
gamma.
radiation. You know what that does to
Gamma
your
don't do
dick?
nothing to a cock. Been using gamma for years. Okay, so Jacobeam.
What the fuck were we talking about?
What do you think? Captain
Wolverine.
Marvel and Wolverine. What do you think?
Captain Marvel and Wolverine, right? Yeah,
I'm
no.
gonna
they
take some out
should
of
have
Nat's
Wolver-
book. Let's get comfy.
They
Let's
should.
just fucking do it. Go on, speak.
That's a.
That's a seductive.
What are you
For you
thinking?
viewers at home
Back to Sharon
who
Stone
can't
there,
see,
like-
right? Yeah, Captain Marvel, as Pete said, I already thought she was gonna be in Infinity War. Because I thought for Infinity War they're gonna want to
Yeah.
fucking get everyone in.
Yeah.
That's what happens. And yeah,
Nice.
think Wolverine. I mean, maybe they could do Hulk Wolverine fastball if they manage to get him.
Yeah, true.
I mean,
Mhm.
yeah, I mean, but to be honest, it's probably easier to get the Fantastic Four back now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
probably
that's
way
gonna be
easier.
easier.
Reed
sell.
Richards in. Get
Yeah.
them all in.
Yeah, get everyone in. That's what
Get
I
the
want from
Submariner
Infinity
in.
War.
Fuck it.
Mm-hmm.
Even guys we haven't met.
I know Kimberg is still always adamant about like, oh, we're keeping the Fantastic Four, we're gonna carry it on. This is the optimum point where this could happen.
Yeah.
Spider-Man was not even like destroyed before Marvel took it over. Like, I didn't like the Amazing Spider-Man films, but they were
Still
still
did
they were
good.
still passable films.
Yeah.
He was still.
Fantastic Four is not a passable film. They never
Yeah.
have been. Like, they can make such a great argument for just taking this out. Like, and, you know, fucking Sony's gonna be making money off Spider-Man.
Oh,
They can say to
definitely, yeah.
Fox, you know what? You can still do the standalone films, but how about we come in and make sure you don't fuck them up?
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
Yeah.
Why wouldn't they want that? Well, I suppose. I guess there's reasons, but still.
Yeah, money.
Well, surely there must
But,
be some kind of character that they could negotiate with. Like,
Yeah.
and go, can we just have them and fix
No
them,
doubt.
please?
If they get Fantastic Four,
Actually, I was looking into stuff, and there's some characters which they have, such as say Viper, the villain, like,
Mm-hmm.
because she's also called Madam Hydra in the comics.
Yeah.
What do you call it? One studio
Can
owns
work with
Viper,
that.
one studio owns Madam Hydra. So if they ever want to represent her, they have to be called something different.
Yeah, man.
Stone.
You could buy her for like
Sharon
20
Stone.
quid in a crack rock.
She's
Oh,
told.
Yeah, still could be an old one.
I'd say
Yeah.
she's old,
Mm.
personally.
stop fucking with the leads.
But anyway, Wolverine, Jackie, I haven't given your opinion on him
Yeah,
yet. What do you think?
Wolverine, cool, but who?
Do you want to see him in the MCU?
Yeah, but who else is going to play him if Hugh Jackman's not coming back? I
Well,
honestly
let's be
couldn't see
honest. Like,
someone
I
else
was
as
thinking
Wolverine.
about this, but you know what? There is still that. You know when a good movie comes out and then eventually it's rebooted, but because the first one wasn't able to be really faithful, the second one has always got the opportunity to be like, we're going to do the really, really faithful version, and then it's like, oh, there's a reason why this film was made. Wolverine, even though Hugh Jackman's great as Wolverine, he is nothing like the previous iterations. Like, hardly
Doesn't
anything. He's
fall
not
the
the
ball.
Australian.
Wolverine is a berserker rage machine that, like, fucking kills everything in his
The
path.
Hulk and
We've
Beast.
only ever
Yeah.
seen Wolverine really go crazy
He's
once
also
in
a
X-Men
bread
2.
tooth.
So, like, I mean, let's be honest, they've
No one
got
got that
every
one.
opportunity to
Stupid.
be like, let's get a new actor and let's do it
It's also-
more like the comics. But,
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, I don't know who you get, but I'm sure that Marvel would pick someone good. But, and, you know, this could be the optimum, like way for the MCU to go R-rated.
Yeah.
Imagine if Wolverine, if they bought him over, and he was the only one.
Wait.
No, it's okay. Let's just keep it. We're nearly at the end of this round anyway. And he was the only one that that they ever did R-rated movies with, because he would kind of, if they went with the original iterations, he would kind of deserve his own R-rated film, wouldn't he?
Yeah.
He's too good. Can I have one of them butter biscuits?
Yeah.
They are my favorites. Buttery. Well, I suppose let's just end this round dead quick. Are we cheery or weary on? Sorry, Nat, did you get to say your 2 cents?
Captain Marvel, Infinity War, great. Bring
Mhm.
Wolverine into the MCU,
Your game?
great.
Sweet.
Genocide, get
Cheerios.
over it.
Okay.
That's not my catchphrase.
It's a good catchphrase. I gotta give you that. Okay, so I mean, I'm cheery as fuck on this news. Lou, what are you?
Cherry, yeah. Just another cherry in the bag.
Pietro.
in a bag full of cherries.
Pietro is
1
cheery.
second.
Where's his microphone?
Yes!
He's very cheery. Jacobeam cheery.
I'm Jerry.
Natalie cheery.
Yep.
It's been a
Cheerios all round. I think we did cheer like
been a
besides
fucking
one
positive day,
dissenter,
bro.
we had like complete Cheerios all around. Don't go, positive week.
A good news week.
I know.
Okay, now time for possibly our favourite round. Time to put our warriors up against each other. This round goes by the name of Pitch Pitch.
pitch is a pitch, bitch.
Okay, y'all know the rules, right? Lou, you know the rules?
I think so, yeah.
Really? Okay, so like I said, 5 to 10 minutes a question for everyone to pitch their ideas and piss on each other's. That's what it's about. You gotta have. It's all about creativity, facts, and passion. All right.
Okay.
You bring those motherfuckers, I'm gonna notice. So our first pitch is this: pitch me the ultimate Black Widow movie,
Okay.
and we're gonna start with Jack.
Yes, I got to start. I did notes
shit.
for a change.
Bring the pain.
Well,
Right.
we know it's going to be directed by Jon Favreau. So.
Actually,
Oh.
Jon Favreau and
Liza Minnelli.
yeah.
Okay, go on,
Oh.
Jack.
Right. We were talking about this earlier. You said they couldn't do a Black Widow prequel film.
Mm-hmm.
They can do a Black Widow prequel film, and they're gonna set it in fucking Budapest. We gotta find out what the fuck happened in Budapest.
Oh.
Mm.
Okay.
Right. The villains I've chosen to face Black Widow is the Serpent Society.
Mm.
I'd put make them a crime family, make them a bit more, earthy, because they're not big level criminals, but they're still dangerous enough. So the Black Widow's gotta wear the adversary, plus probably a best adversary, Viper, who's pretty much a mirror of her.
Uh-huh.
So then she can fight them. Right. The plot's this. They've basically been kidnapping children to use for... I did have notes, by the way, but we...
Natalie
I was
sabotaged them.
sabotaged. Right. The brainwashing kids, the
Uh-huh.
kidnapping kids from war-torn countries all around Europe. Right. They're brainwashing these kids for Hydra, basically. They're selling them on as foot soldiers, brainwashed foot soldiers. And her mission is to infiltrate the Serpent Society, infiltrate and take down the Serpent Society. So we get lots of cool spy action. We get lots of her doing what she does best, and that's deceiving people and fucking just manipulating bitches left, right, and center. Right?
Are you going to cast a younger Black Widow, or are we going with Scarlett
No,
Jo
we're gonna go
looking young?
Scarlett Jo. She still looks exactly the same.
How early a prequel will this be set? Just out of curiosity, roughly.
About 2003, 2004.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
So a bit before Iron Man 1.
Mhm.
No, is it? What year did Iron Man 1 come out?
2008.
2008.
2008.
Oh.
So yeah,
5 years before.
a little bit before,
Okay.
maybe 2006. So, still links up with age
Yeah.
and whatnot, right? Okay, so you hear in some of the other Marvel films what happened in Budapest, and she's feels guilty about something.
Mm-hmm.
What I was gonna do was, she's at a point where during the finale she calls for backup, Decent Clint, because obviously he was in Budapest too.
Mm-hmm.
During the finale, they're in a collapsing building, and she can either rescue these kids or she can rescue Clint. She's only got one, and she ends up rescuing Clint. Clint's unconscious, so he doesn't actually know, which still links in. He doesn't really know what happened in Budapest.
Uh-huh.
Still links in with the current Marvel film, and she is gonna have to feel guilty about that. And we get backstory about Black Widow, who is a character which is probably the most mysterious character that we know the most about. Still, we've seen the most of, and even though have directed before for Marvel, the Russo brothers, they do spy films fucking brilliantly.
Okay.
Like a modern spy flick. That's what we want. Set in
Okay.
Budapest and linking in and strengthening the rest of the universe.
Okay, I like it.
Even
So-
though it's strong, but fuck.
I like it. I like it. Oh, sorry, what was that?
Oh, yeah. And I had Bryce Dallas Howard cast for Viper.
Oh, okay.
Ah.
I didn't
Okay.
really cast the rest of the Serpent Society.
Right,
'cause-
I like what it sounds like so far. Save it for your attack. Pietro, pitch me.
Okay, my one's gonna be. It's gonna be. Following the direction of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, but in this case, we're gonna see what Black Widow does on her off time. She takes mercenary contracts to make up for her past transactions because she's constantly filled with guilt over shit that she's done in the past by working with the KGB.
Mm-hmm.
However, on a specific contract, she finds an assassination plot to kill her adoptive father, who got her into the Red Room sort of program.
Yeah.
And then with that, she goes to stop it, but it's too late, and then finds out that there's a new Black Widow, and that somebody has restarted the Red Room program. So it not only, you don't have to deal with the whole backstory, she's actually reliving her own memories of, depression, anxiety, and dealing with assassinations and all that good stuff.
Uh-huh.
Along the adventure, Yeah, she's gonna like kind of relive her moments. Like you saw bits of it in Age of Ultron with the whole ballerina bits and what's her face, the teacher. What's the actress's name again?
Oh, Julie Delpy.
Julie Delpy, yeah. And by the end of it, you find out that it's actually Julie Delpy who has restarted it. But she doesn't believe that Mother Russia has lived up to its namesake as a superpower. So she is trying to restore the glory of the nation.
Uh-huh.
And so Black Widow, against her might, must go and defeat the Russians once and for all.
Okay, you got a director?
Director, I'm not too sure.
Pete doesn't have a director.
No directors.
I didn't know that we were going for director.
No, you don't have. You don't have to have one. It's just extra.
But if I was going to get a director, maybe Paul Greengrass, because he is quite good with those high octane spy espionage.
I know directors. I can think of one out of the air.
For those who don't know, Paul Greengrass is the master behind stuff like United 93 and Bourne Supremacy, Bourne Ultimatum, doing the new Jason Bourne film. Captain Phillips as well. He's a well-known action and pacey director. But okay, dig it so far. Lou, take the reins, man.
Okay, so my Black Widow movie is based in part on an anime that came out in 2014 called Avengers Confidential.
I fucking love that thing.
I haven't seen that yet.
In which shield weapons are being sold to terrorists. What we saw in Civil War was that Crossbones and his crew were selling Hydra weapons to terrorists. So I'd go with that angle instead. Nick Fury, after Civil War, Black Widow, she's laying low. Because don't forget she stopped Black Panther, and Black Panther told the UN.
Yes.
So she's kind of in the shit as well as Captain America and stuff. She's kind of a bad guy, if you will, now as well. So she's laying low in New York. Nick Fury comes to her. She says, right, he's like, I've got a lead on more weapons that have been sold by Crossbones and his crew. I need you to go find out. Well, but there is like faction when they were selling things, they didn't clear it all up.
Where they were going to and stuff. Okay.
She's like, right, okay, I'll go and find this out. So then we go into the main bulk of the movie. It's like a James Bond type. She's, there'd be a scene where she's in like a red dress and she has to like seduce someone and all
New
that.
James
It's like
Bond
a
or old
properly-
James Bond?
It's like a classic
Sean Connery.
one, because I'd get the guy who directed Skyfall to direct it.
Sam Mendes.
Sam Mendes.
Okay, I like that.
What also happens though? The terrorists is just a ploy. The real people behind it are the Sunrise Society. I don't know if you've heard of them, but they're a Japanese. They're kind of like the Hand, but one of the main people who fights the Sunrise Society is the Punisher. So on her trails, like their paths cross, and they both find out that this terrorism thing is really a front. And it's the Sunrise Society, who are ninjas in Japan, who are fronting this. So the Punisher and Black Widow go to Japan and stop it at its source. Will be mine.
Okay, very cool. I mean, I'll be honest, you've all brought some pretty fucking good ideas. So, boom, time is on. Fight. Go for it. Who's first?
Do I have to go first because I'm first in the last round?
No, you got to start swinging now. Tear apart each other's ideas or
Fight.
solidify yours.
You
Let's
swing
do it.
first, bro.
Bring the pain.
You swing first.
I think Pete's got something to say.
Oh, go on, Pietro.
Pete's got.
No, I
pain in
haven't.
his bonnet.
I'm thinking with my mouth.
Alright, the one flaw that
Lose
jumped
your
out
bottle
to me,
first.
the one flaw jumped out to me at yours, Jack, which does sound boss.
Thanks.
I don't want it to fall into the girl on girl trap where it's a girl superhero, so we have to have a main girl villain who's like the same as her fighting and stuff. 'Cause I think that's one of the, like, Iron Man 1, he fights Ironmonger, and Ant-Man basically just fights other Ant-Man and stuff. I think that's where it might fall down.
So
But
so you want diversity in beating each other up?
yeah, just diversity in the type of villain.
Hey,
that
Deadpool had
is
diversity in
right.
beating people up.
Yeah, he did address that part.
But I think you're forgetting Viper has one villain and the Serpent Society.
Yeah.
It's not just one fight scene, bro.
No.
I have multiple fucking fight scenes.
Okay.
It's true.
Could actually see her use a Widow Blasters for once.
Yeah, exactly. In fact,
I know she
That-
did. She did in Civil War.
She used them like twice. Oh, yeah.
Okay, this is
Right.
not as antagonizing
Okay,
as
okay,
I
okay.
hoped. Come on,
Yeah,
you
normally
fucking
this is
Antagonizing,
vicious.
antagonizing.
Your film's shit.
What?
Your film shit.
He always says that.
I forgot what one you said.
Oh, really?
Okay,
Ah.
so just to clarify,
dare
That's
you.
how boring it was, bro.
Just to
Oh, what?
clarify-
As boring as the Serpent Society?
Just to clarify
Ooh.
before
like
we
the Serpent
continue,
Society.
okay? Shut the fuck up. Just to clarify, so Lou's got the Avengers Confidential anime basic story with the weapons to terrorists from Civil War with Crossbones coming back, seeing who was behind that and such. Sam Mendes directing in Sunrise Society. Pete's got the Red Room restarting with a new Black Widow to act as a semi-biography. He's got Julie Delpy returning as a villain and Paul Greengrass. And Jack's got the Serpent Society. It's going to be a prequel. We go back to the old,
Budapest.
is she going to rescue the kids or Clint situation, which we know how that kind of went down. Bryce Dallas Howard as the supporting, as the villain, and the Russos. So that's what you're fighting against. So come on, give me some.
Sweet,
Why is yours
sweet.
better than the other two? Come
All
on.
right, mine's better because I made it. No, the thing with yours is it does sound very cool, but I think it suffers from what Lou was saying, where it's no diversity in it. It's a girl fighting. That she'll be fighting other Black Widows, won't she?
No. She's fighting a single Black Widow, but this is
Okay.
more of a reliving of her own past transgressions. It's more of a. I actually had a word then, and it's fucking gone.
Fuck you, Ed. Right. Well, yeah. I mean, I want to see her sort of not just
It's more of a
another Black
personal
Widow,
journey. There we are.
not just another Black Widow, and colour me like a dickhead, but I like some of the more minor villains in the Marvel universe,
Mhm.
and I think that
You're
might
a
actually be
dickhead.
where they'll get the fucking thanks. I think that might be where they'll actually start to do villains right, because you look at the small screen. Who's the best villain Marvel's had? David Tennant in. Well, what was it?
Jessica Jones.
Jessica Jones, yeah.
Yeah, he was
Kill
good.
Green.
yeah.
He, in my opinion, is the greatest villain that they've had,
Yeah.
and
You think he's the greatest?
I think he's the greatest villain Marvel's had. They've done that best. And I think that if they focus more on some of the small screen, that the minor heroes, the minor villains might come through, and they don't have to kill them in these
Yeah,
kind of
yeah,
things,
yeah.
do they?
Yeah, they don't have to. Certainly, yeah. That's true.
Like, you know, if it's an international thing, she'll be working closely with Interpol. The Serpent Society will get arrested if they're a crime family in this. They've got mafia connections and links all over Europe. A sort of behind the scenes society, secret
Yeah.
society. They don't have to be
Of
fucking snakes.
serpents.
They
Mhm.
just have snake code names.
Okay. What do you have to say to that, gents?
Yeah, well, with your idea of just having another crime family, Kingpin, you've got all of the guys that the Punisher kills. It's just another fucking crime family. With me, you're actually going into the KGB, Cold War era, things that have fucked things up entirely, that have never been addressed in the fucking Avengers so far. I mean, you get the bits with Budapest, but aside from that, if you ask someone, what nation is Natasha Romanoff from? America, because she
Yeah,
sounds
big thing,
American.
yeah.
There's
Yeah.
no Russian roots there, and that's
No,
what I want
no,
to
no.
explore.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
Dick?
Russian.
I think one point with mine that I didn't mention is that the Sunrise Society, their original origin in the comics is that they're Japanese soldiers from World War II who wouldn't give up the war.
There are a few of them
So you
that
can-
actually happened.
Exactly. So, right there, can you have a Captain America tie-in as well with mine?
Yeah, well, with yours, it seems like you're adding just cameos. It's just going to feel like it has the danger of being an Avengers film rather than a Black Widow standalone film.
But it'd be Black Widow for the first 40 minutes, and then it'd be Black Widow and Punisher for 20 minutes, and then just Black Widow again.
That's a
Oh,
cameo.
I'd say. So yeah,
20-minute
but it's
cameo.
it's not just cameos though. Because it's the Black Widow movie.
No, I really
So
like the
there's-
source material you're basing it from as well.
There's
like-
there's
But I don't know. Do you think they are? That's where they'd cross the TV and cinematic universes.
it's where I would
Fair enough.
if
And
I
that's
if
what
I was Kevin
matters.
Feige, I would
Lou
choose
Feige.
this route.
The world's most pilot looking director. Oh yeah.
No
That was
more.
all,
No
like,
more.
super tame.
Yeah, I know.
It was,
I didn't
think-
want to get the claws
we
out. I really liked the
Yeah.
idea.
But
somebody
they
has
were
the
good
great
ideas,
Yeah,
yeah.
alright,
Yeah.
Well, I mean, fair enough. Yeah, I suppose
Lead into
like
chaos as well.
this
man.
was probably a round where, because it's I expect the next round will be a bit more chaotic because it's a bit more like simpler, a bit more like tamed in its concept, I suppose. But all right, let me tally this up here. Right, so I gotta say, I like the idea of bringing back some elements from Civil War. You always want in these films for like other tie-ins to be, regardless whether it's set beforehand or after. I liked those elements from Civil War. I haven't seen Avengers Confidential anime, but thankfully Jack has, and he said it was awesome 3 times, and then also said that he liked the idea. So, okay. And then Pietro.
I like all the ideas, man.
I like
That's
that's
true.
true. They were all good. I gotta give you that. Pietro, I like the idea of the Red Room coming back, and also the way you went about it. The fact that we're not just gonna go back to, oh, here's the prequel and how she was at the Red Room. You're gonna introduce a new person, so that it kind of tells the biography whilst at the same time being new. I like that. Julie Delpy is one of my favorite actresses. I really hope she does come back for more in the series. Paul Greengrass, good director, and the Cold War era quite sold me as well. Jacobeam, Serpent Society, you know I'm gonna eat that shit up. You know what I mean? I do actually. You're the only person who really instigated like prequel, and you know I like that. Took balls because not everyone like would have been game for it, but and also like seeing the rescue kids or Clint situation, we do want to know what happens there. Don't know about Bryce Dallas Howard.
I just went for the face. I don't really know about
yeah.
chops too
Maybe
much.
she needs to redeem herself from me.
I
from
like Jurassic World.
World. Well, you're
Why
a
is everyone
fucking
all
idiot.
hating Jurassic World?
Because it's an
Jurassic World?
absolute stupid popcorn
Not.
movie.
You're
It's
a
a
stupid
Dinosaurs.
pop-
It's
Um,
great.
It's an
But where
entertaining
I-
stupid
But
film.
the
Where I-
motherfucking T-Rex, Pete. The motherfucking
Jack-
T-Rex.
Jack,
Okay.
you had some good rebuttals, but I think where you probably lost me was that you chose the Russos, but you never backed it up with anything.
Directors.
Well, that's fair
Also-
enough. That's fair enough. But you know the films that they've done.
Also, I
and you-
lost his notes and he had all of this
Yeah.
written down.
I know.
I
I'm
feel
sorry,
so
but he
bad.
still
Oh.
delivered. He still delivered. But yeah, that was
Fuck that. Old Jack's coming out, motherfuckers.
that was the one.
Let's do this.
Old man Jack.
John
But that
motherfucking
was
Favreau.
that was the point where where I was a bit iffy because first of all, it's when you say that it's tough to like justify the Russos doing it. Like obviously someone could if they made the right points, but you didn't like make any points towards it. And also I just don't know whether they would do it. So it's between this round, Peter and Lou, and this is fucking tough. You both brought everyone brought the pain. But well done. Like you defended your ideas. You had some good spouts on other people. I think I'm gonna go with Lou. I think Lou in this round. You know why? It's
First
because
round and he's won it.
he backed himself up on the characters. When you challenged him and said, "Isn't this just going to be another Avengers film?" He proved that no, Punisher's just going to come in for 20 minutes, and Punisher is just a TV character as it stands at the minute. And who does not want to see Punisher in a film? But besides that, I think the weapons tie-in from Civil War was awesome. Sam Mendes, you pulled that out pretty well. The way you pitched it as a Bond film in certain aspects. And Sunrise Society. So well done. Lou gets the first point. Congratulations, brother. First round. Okay, try and keep that momentum going. Our next pitch. This is a bit more of a tasty one, so I want you to bring the motherfucking
Juicy.
pain. Okay? For
Hey.
this Wayne Brady bullshit. Okay?
Looking at everyone's notes. Come on, guys.
Okay.
You know what?
Always going noteless.
He dropped the
Oh.
paper.
It's not like you had anything written on that anyway.
Okay,
But he is
so
sucking.
pitch number 2 is this. You have to pitch me who should play Shazam in the DCEU. So, this time, starting with Pietro, who should play Shazam?
Right. We are just talking about Shazam, not the kid.
Yeah, well, I mean,
I've got a choice for the kid too.
you
Oh,
you
son of a bitch.
You can go either way. It will either help you, but depending on how you pitch it. But yes, go on.
Okay. For my choice as Shazam, I picture Shazam as like the sort of statuesque figure that any kid would want to be, the fucking superhero of the comics.
Mm-hmm.
But also retain a goofy side to him because he has the mindset of a child. So for me, I would definitely pick Army Hammer
What?
because
What?
I'm
Did
sorry.
we all pick the same guy?
What?
Three of you picked Army
I
Hammer.
picked Army Hammer.
I did
Son
pick
of a
Army.
bitch. I thought I was
Wow.
the original.
That
Yeah,
just,
who
that
did you
does-
pick as
that was-
Billy?
That is
I
a
haven't picked
fucking
anybody as
anomaly.
Billy.
That is crazy.
It's gonna have to
Okay,
come.
okay. But still,
It'll
let's say,
come down
but
to
what
the
you're gonna have to do,
arguments,
you're gonna have to
I guess,
just pitch me why
Okay.
pitch me better reasons
Well,
for
you
yours.
guys can pitch better. I just thought I always win by
no,
choice.
that's not true.
Okay.
You're pretty good at pitching.
All
You
right,
do
all right,
this.
all right. Why should he be there? Okay, when you put him next to Henry Cavill and see Superman right next to him, you instantly think, yeah, he has the build to be a fucking superhero right now. He has
Uh-huh.
good comedic timing, and he has been able to play like a spoilt man-child in The Social Network.
Yes.
And just to top it off, he was
I have
also
another guy
cast
in my
in the
notes, Nat.
original
I had the
Justice
backup.
League film with George Miller. If George Miller is behind him being cast in that film, I'm fine with him being cast in Justice League as
Mhm.
Shazam.
Okay, Lou, give it to me.
Okay, so I
If you
mean,
pick
a lot of
that.
my points have been said. I mean, what I've got here, my first point was the look / height. He's 6'5". So I mean, as Pete mentioned, he will, if he bulks up for this role, he will look like a fucking superhero. Like he'll be a big guy. Again, he was in the running to play Batman. So Warner Brothers have got they've
got his number,
belief in him. They think
got his number.
that he can do it.
Tell him if need be.
The other thing I mentioned with Superman, not only is will he look good next to Superman, but he's played with Henry Cavill before.
Yeah.
In The Man from U.N.C.L.E. And I didn't mind that film. I thought
had
that
a
was quite good.
I had a massive
point.
point of mine.
Yeah.
on that. You know what? In my original
Wait,
notes, I had
just
the
shut the
backup.
fuck up. Still him talking. Go on,
Sorry,
Lou.
guys.
So yeah, chemistry with Superman. Then of course he's led blockbusters before. He's up to the task. I mean, okay, Lone Ranger wasn't great, but I don't think it wasn't great because of Armie Hammer.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was just maybe poor writing and stuff.
Yeah.
But Armie Hammer as a blockbuster actor, I think could pull it off. And he's still got he's like handsome, but when he smiles and stuff, he still looks kind of like a kid. He's kind of like young looking in the face.
Uh-huh.
I think with Shazam,
Goofy ass.
it'd be like, yeah, exactly. So,
Okay, sweet. Jack, give it to me.
Right. No, I'm gonna pick
Who are you going to pick?
John Favreau.
What? For Shazam?
Yeah,
You can if you want.
wow, if you
I wanted
manage to pull this
because
up,
Okay, we're teaming up.
I had the backup. I had the backup, but I'm not gonna use it. I am gonna pick Armie Hammer because it's the right fucking choice.
Why?
Look at the guy. He is just enough like Henry Cavill, who we've got as our Superman, as everyone now obviously fucking knows.
Mm-hmm.
But he's perfect opposite him. He's a lot goofier. He can look even more like a Boy Scout, which is Captain Marvel. He's Superman white bread ×2. He's so fucking like there's a line in the original Justice League where they first meet Captain Marvel and Batman goes to Superman. I thought you were a Boy Scout. Like he's just a little bitch. Plus, and his naivety. I think he can play naive quite well.
yeah.
Because in The Man from U.N.C.L.E., let's look his character. Bit dim, innit? I mean,
Well,
he's
kinda-
Russian, but
He's kind of dim in the way that Drax the Destroyer is dim.
Yeah.
Like he doesn't get
he doesn't
metaphors.
understand like
Brawny kind of.
yeah, he can
Yeah.
play that around. And again, real imposing figure. He's already a fucking huge dude.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Captain Marvel needs to be a huge dude, especially if
Captain Marvel.
It's Captain Marvel. Let's not dick around with this. It's Captain Marvel.
Shazam.
It's
Shazam.
Shazam and yeah, all right, whatever,
It was
guys.
originally
It was originally Captain Marvel.
So, carry on.
Fucking Marvel. No, and apparently with The Rock to play Black Adam,
yeah.
who's going to be his main villain for the film,
Yeah.
they can pretty much. Is he taller than The Rock?
I think he is tall.
I think he, I think he is.
Yeah, I don't know actually.
I think
I think they might be the
Black
same height.
Adam's meant to be just a
6'5".
bit bigger,
Mhm.
isn't he? Like just a bit. But then again, I think it can work really well with how he could work off, say, Henry Cavill if they are going to do a crossover with that. And yeah, my Billy Batson choice, Chandler Riggs, Walking Dead.
Oh, okay.
Because he can play sad
I mean,
orphan
ooh.
really, really good.
Uh-huh.
And everyone loves a bit of sad orphan. We read comic books for fuck's sake.
Mm-hmm.
We're sad.
Okay, gang.
Money-
He brought a
money
lot of
bag.
point. He brought a lot of points there. So come on, like, give me some hits.
Let's fight.
Fight over agreement.
For fuck's sake, guys, are we all just going to get along this episode?
I know. It's
Fuck y'all.
Okay.
We're all such nice people.
That's why I need to be honest, so I can just be horrible to Paddy again.
You know what? Fuck you, Nat. You always want to be horrible to me.
Well, fuck you right back,
You always-
dude.
Well, fuck you 2 times.
Fuck you, rap.
Get a
Fuck you,
room,
two
guys.
times.
baby. Anyhow, so continue. We'll finish this later.
Like this is a fucking hard one. Every fucking point has been brought. Like, okay, yeah, he's just fucking made to be this dude. He's earned his place to be a part of a cinematic universe, a franchise that is gonna be going on. And yet he's had a bad play with fucking Lone Ranger, but at least his comedic timing was right. It's just the fact that all of the script was fucking terrible.
I'm
Garbage,
racist.
Yeah.
It was fucking
Let's not
bad.
forget I'm racist.
Is actually yeah,
Yeah.
was
Yeah, I
quite-
guess so.
But yeah, and plus Social Network, he's proven that he can just be a proper kid, but
Yeah.
without retracting from the fact that he's an adult.
Yeah.
Yeah, like a
he
childish.
can just be
like-
so petty.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he can really play up the naivety of Billy
Yeah.
Batson as
Mhm.
Captain Marvel really well, and it's Captain Marvel.
I
Lou,
think
Lou, any swings?
the only thing. Am I the only one who gets annoyed by your who you
Chandler
picked?
Riggs?
Yeah.
You don't like Chandler
Am I
Riggs?
the only one who's like?
Fuck you go. What's
eh.
the problem
Yeah.
with Chandler Riggs?
Yeah,
mean,
yeah,
I-
I
that-
do admit he isn't that likable.
Yeah, like,
He's a bit-
that
You're not
said,
fucking likable.
I'm not the biggest Walking Dead fan, but I have seen enough to know that I don't know.
Who would you
He's
cast
got the
then?
acting
on, you do
chops,
better.
but he's got the acting chops,
Is
but
Chandler Riggs Call?
Yeah.
Right,
yeah,
Right. Just wanted to be sure.
Coral.
he's got the acting chops to pull off the part. But it's just like when you see, for example, in Civil War, going back to that, when we saw Tom Holland as Spider-Man,
Mm-hmm.
before he even opened his mouth, instantly you're like, yeah, he looks good as Spider-Man. Like this will be good.
Yeah.
I couldn't see the same thing
Clean him
happening
up.
for.
Give him his eye back.
and
it's all sweet.
Cut is ridiculously long.
Yeah, no, he needs to cut that fucking hair, and he needs to get a new fucking t-shirt as well, doesn't he?
Mhm.
Science dog for 4 seasons.
I think
Right.
if like
Oh.
Jack's Billy Batson thing, if you like look back on like Carl the way he was in like the first couple of seasons when like
Child.
yeah when he was quite young as opposed to gritty psychopath Carl,
Uh-huh.
then it makes a lot more sense.
Yeah, but
Also,
he doesn't do anything.
I think
He
It's just
hasn't
there.
been in an
Alright,
LC
as a
that's
point
too
then-
fair.
Hashtag tag team.
as a point, has anyone seen Modern Family?
Uh-huh.
I'd cast Luke from Modern Family as Billy Batson.
Oh, okay.
Fair
Can dig that.
Oh, kid.
Like,
Right, one thing.
Since we're clearly picking sides here, I'm on Lou's side. I do not know who this character is.
Pietro, I mean, like, would you want to pitch someone for Billy?
You
he
can't
doesn't
pick
know
him.
children.
No,
Uh-huh.
I just have a feeling that
Macaulay
whenever I watch a kid, I'm like, either he's gonna annoy the fuck out of me, or this kid is okay, he's passable. Actually,
Yeah.
the kid from Iron Man 3, because he wasn't that fucking annoying.
Uh,
He
He's
was
also
like-
in Jurassic World.
He's also
Yeah,
in,
you guys
he's
hated.
also in
Yeah,
a
yeah.
Christmas Story. Oh
Is
no,
he?
not that one. Not that kid from the start.
Oh right, really?
In Jurassic
It's a
World,
joke.
was he the
Oh,
kid that
it's a
was
joke that
in
Iron
Jurassic
Man
World? Was he
makes.
the kid that was obsessed with pussy or the young one?
The younger
Young
kid.
one.
Young kid.
Okay.
I'm
Yeah,
obsessed
yeah.
with pussy.
That kid was
'cause
just
we've
obs-
seen
I mean,
him
don't get me
act
wrong,
as a fucking
Oh,
kid.
we all are.
Yeah, we're all at that age. We're obsessed with pussy, but man, that kid wanted some pussy.
Yeah.
Like he was.
He
That was
willing
Khal
to, like,
Drogo ready
abandon
to
his
just roll you
people.
over and fuck you in the ass. You know.
Yeah, I know he would.
Ever remember that great scene with Daenerys tries to go on top and he's just like
No.
doggy style, you know, and he just goes with it. Awesome. Okay. Any last swings?
Right,
Anything
I haven't actually had my rebuttal yet.
You kind
Go
of
on.
have.
You-
Did I?
You had a
No, I
little
was
bit.
gonna just rip apart the fact that none of you's mentioned that. How's he gonna play off as villain? We already know The Rock's gonna be Black Adam.
Hmm.
But neither of you has commented on that, and we were all just saying how he's gonna play off Superman. We don't even know if he's gonna appear with Superman, do we?
Yeah, but it's Justice League.
Oh, is he gonna appear in Justice League first?
Yeah,
I
because
thought-
it's Shazam.
I thought this was
Well,
for
there's no
a Shazam.
confirmation that Shazam is going to be
I
in
thought
Justice
this
League
round was
Part
for
1.
a Shazam
I thought he
movie.
was a part of Justice League cast.
No, I mean maybe Part 2, but there's no
Not the first one.
until his movie. There is no confirmation at all that he's going to make an appearance in Justice League Part
Yeah,
1.
it's gonna be
He's
it's
not
gonna
been
be a
cast.
Shazam solo movie
And
first.
they're
Yeah.
filming now, so like he would have been cast at this point.
Well, he's gonna
Um,
appear with him anyway. Like Justice League
At
Part
some
2.
point, correct? But yes, point taken though. Anything else you want to swing back on them there, Jack?
Yeah, I mean, because maybe we might get a nice scene of them two working together. And I mean, I understand he's meant to look like Superman.
Yeah.
He's meant to be Superman 2.0
Yeah.
in how he looks. He's meant to be even worse. But none of you has commented on how you think he's going to fare in a solo film with his villain or with anything like
Mm.
that.
Mhm.
Just maybe, yeah, we could get a nice 10-minute scene with Superman in 4 years.
Mhm.
Like maybe. Yeah, and that's why we should cast the guy that was in. But we all chose the same guy, so I can't. It's
Yeah.
hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like you guys as well.
All right, I think we should call the bell on
Civil
this
War.
round.
Okay.
I gotta say, I think
It's been
that
shit
there
as
is
Civil War going.
there is, in my opinion, a clear victor
Ooh.
for this round. Let me just say, first of all, Lou, good points with saying like he was nearly Batman. That's a good point. So he's went into audition for Warner Brothers. So it's not like this is someone they've never worked with before. Also, like the chemistry between him and Henry Cavill in Man from U.N.C.L.E. Point taken, no doubt. Pietro, you know, you proved that he had the young chops in Social Network. He had a lot of personality there. You also said like next to Cavill that like, you know, that would work and shit, and that he'd earned his place. And also I kind of like the kid from Iron Man 3. I thought that was good. You pulled it out of your ass, but it was a nice clean wedgie. But Jacobeam.
What are we saying,
Let
motherfucker?
me look at the list here,
John
man. Like
Favreau?
you told me good reasons for why he was goofier. You told me why he was Boy Scout looking. You told me about like, well, let's be honest, Superman White Bread 2. That's just gonna live in infamy now for me. You talked constantly about the naivety and the Billy choice
Captain
with
Marvel
Chandler
is one
Riggs.
of my favourite
I
characters.
have not watched all of Walking Dead, but that was a good choice. I'm glad you did choose that and it worked. But also, I think the point that sealed it was when Jack said that not only had no one commented on the villain, but you guys have focused on him next to Cavill when he really won't be next to him for a long time. Except for Jack, he talked about him in the projects that he's going to be in beforehand. So I gotta say, for sheer, I may not agree with it entirely, but
Double
for sheer
barrels, Chipperthon.
what the points he made, it's gotta be Jacobeam. Jack wins the round. Well done, sir.
Yeah, fuck
well
yeah.
done, indeed. Okay, so we got a point to Jack
Chipperton.
and a point to Lou.